Now this is our boundary conditions, right? We have to use this to equation 3 first. My equation 3 is u of x comma y is equal to c1 e power px plus c2 e power minus px into c3 cos py plus c4 sin py. This is my equation 3. Now use this condition, that is u of 0 comma y is equal to 0. What you will get? X is 0. This is u of 0 comma y is 0. This is equal to c1 e power 0 is 1 plus c2 e power 0 is 1. You will get c1 plus c2 into c3 cos py plus c4 sin py. If this whole term is equal to 0 means either c1 plus c2 should be equal to 0 or c3 cos py plus c4 sin py should be equal to 0. But this term will not be equal to 0. That means c3 cos py plus c4 sin py is not equal to 0. Therefore, what you will write? c1 plus c2 is equal to 0. This implies c1 is equal to minus c2. Now use another boundary condition, that is where x is varying here, correct? So u of a comma y is equal to 0. That means in the place of x you have a. 0 is equal to c1 e power pa plus c2 e power minus pa into c3 cos py plus c4 sin py. Here also at least this term is equal to 0 or this term should be equal to 0. This thing will never be equal to 0 because we don't know the value of y. So we will take this is equal to 0. c1 e power pa plus c2 e power minus pa is equal to 0. From this, in the place of c1 I can substitute minus c2. So if I substitute minus c2 e power pa plus c2 e power minus pa is equal to 0. Take c2 common. Minus e power pa plus e power minus pa is equal to 0. This implies c2 is 0. c2 is 0 means this implies c1 is equal to 0. So what will happen to our equation number 3? U of x comma y is equal to 0. That means when k is greater than 0, you will get a trivial solution. Okay. Now we have to check for another two cases. That is, this is from equation 3. So now consider equation number 4. Equation number 4 is u of x comma y is equal to c5x plus c6 into c7y plus c8. This is your equation number 4. So now use boundary condition here. So again if you use this u of 0 comma y equal to 0, what you will get? 0 is equal to c6 into c7y plus c8. So this implies c6 is 0. Similarly, if you use u of a comma y is equal to c5a plus c6 into c7y plus c8. So c5a plus c6 is equal to 0. From this c6 is already 0 and this will imply c5 is also 0. Therefore you will get u of x comma y is 0. That means in the case of k is equal to 0, you will get a trivial solution. So we have to check one more condition, that is in the case of k is less than 0. So let's see that. That is your equation number 5. So equation number 5 is u of x comma y is equal to c9 cos px plus c10 sin px into c11 epy plus C12 e power minus py. Now use boundary condition. Which one you will use? U of 0 comma y equal to 0. So what you will get, first thing, this is 0 is equal to cos 0 is 1, so C9, this will be 0, C11 e power py plus C12 e power minus py. This implies C9 is 0. Correct? So from another boundary condition, it is u of a comma y is equal to 0. From this, since C9 is 0, you will get C10 sin PA into C11 e power py plus C12 e power minus py. So C10 cannot be equal to 0 and this term is also not equal to 0. So what you will get? Sin PA is equal to 0. So sin, for what values of sin you will get 0? It is sin n pi, where n varies from 1, 2, 3 so on. So P is equal to n pi by A. What you will do next? You will substitute your P value in your solution. That is u of x comma y is equal to C9 is 0. So C10 sin n pi by A into x into C11 e power n pi by A into y plus C12 e power minus n pi by A into y. So this is for one solution. If you consider n solution, it will become u of x comma y is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sin n pi by A into x into an exponential of n pi by A into y plus bn exponential of minus n pi by A into y. Here an is equal to C10 into C11 and bn is equal to C10 into C12. C10 into C11 is an, C10 into C12 is bn. Okay. Now we have to use another boundary condition in order to find this an and bn. That is u of x comma b is equal to 0. Using this, we have to find out an and bn. So you can write this as sin of n pi by A into x into an exponential of n pi by A into b. In the place of y, you have to write b plus bn into exponential of minus n pi by A into b is equal to 0. So either this term is equal to 0 or this term is equal to 0. We know sin n pi is 0. So directly I will write an exponential of n pi by A into b plus bn exponential of minus n pi by A into b is equal to 0. So if you simplify this, you will get bn is equal to minus an into exponential of n pi by A into b by exponential of minus n pi b by A, where n is varying from 1, 2, 3 so on up to infinity. So now substitute bn in this equation. Okay. So if you substitute there, what you will get? U of x comma y is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sin n pi by A into x as it is into an exponential of n pi by A into y minus an into exponential of n pi by A into b by exponential of minus n pi b by A into exponential of minus n pi by a into y. So I have just substituted the value of bn here. Okay, you have to simplify this further. So how you can simplify? Summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sin n pi by a into x. I will take this as LCM. So I will get an into exponential of n pi by a y into exponential of minus n pi b by a minus an into exponential of n pi b by a into exponential of minus n pi y by a whole divided by exponential of minus n pi b by a. This is nothing but summation n is equal to 1 to infinity sin, I can take an outside, an into sin n pi by a into x divided by exponential of minus n pi b by a into, so this is nothing but e power a into e power b is e power a plus b, correct? Properties of law of indices. So using this you can write this as exponential of n pi into y minus b by a minus exponential of n pi into b minus y by a. Okay, so this is again nothing but n is equal to 1 to infinity a. Now you can multiply and divide by 2 here, so you will get 2an sin n pi by ax a into x by exponential of minus n pi b by a into exponential of n pi into y minus b by a minus exponential of, if I take minus outside it will become minus n pi into y minus b by a whole divided by 2. So this is nothing but e power x minus e power minus x by 2. So how you can express this? This is nothing but sine hyperbolic, correct? So now you will get summation n is equal to 1 to infinity to an sin n pi x by a divided by exponential of minus n pi b by a into sin hyperbolic n pi into y minus b by a. So now I will choose this term as an. So I will get summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by a into sin hyperbolic n pi into y minus b by a. So now I have to find out what is this a. We have one more boundary condition, that is non-homogeneous boundary condition. U of x comma 0 is equal to f of x. Using this I will find out what is an. Okay. If you substitute this boundary condition in this solution, you have y is equal to 0. So your solution becomes summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by a into sin hyperbolic minus n pi b by a is equal to f of x. So if you remember from the concept of wave equation, you have observed that this is nothing but half range Fourier series. So we have a solution for that. Therefore, an into sin hyperbolic minus n pi b by a is equal to 2 by a integral 0 to a f of x sin n pi x by a into dx. So to get an, what you will do, you will send this term to your right hand side. So the final required solution for the given Dirklet problem is u of x comma y is equal to summation n is equal to 1 to infinity an sin n pi x by a into sin hyperbolic n pi y minus b by a, where this an is equal to 2 by a into 1 over sin hyperbolic minus n pi b by a into integral 0 to a f of x sin n pi x by a into dx. This is the complete solution of the given problem. Here this part is half range Fourier series. So I have written this term as it is with an. Okay. So this is all about Dirklet problem for rectangle.